Well, how are y'all today? Today is Sunday, May 19th, 2024. Today is a special day in my life, but I'll go on and tell y'all a little bit more about that later. That's going to be actually the reason for this video. I actually went out probably I don't know, at about 11 o'clock this morning and did a whole video vlog. I mean, over about an hour's worth of video in a pretty fun place, only to get home and upload the videos and realize half of them, well, I would say about 75% of them were gone. So that video didn't get uploaded today. I'm going to go back, get back in the car and go to the same location tomorrow and try again. I was going to do it today, but it was just too dadgum hot. Living in Texas, actually filming today, my GoPro overheated 3 times and completely shut off. I'm thinking that might have had something to do with the lost footage. But anyway, I'll go back tomorrow and get that done. But anyway, 2 years ago today, May 19th of 2022, I had my 3rd kidney transplant. I don't know if you saw my very first video that I vlogged a couple of months back. I mentioned that I had some issues, medical issues, kidney issues and stuff like that. But yeah, 2 years ago today, May 19th of 2022, I went into surgery at 10:15 a.m. and came out around 4:15 a.m. with my 3rd new kidney. I got my first kidney in 1991 when I was 11 years old. I got my 2nd kidney in 2001 when I was 21 years old. That kidney lasted just shy of 20 years, and I spent I spent 2 years on hemodialysis, waiting for this kidney. It took 2 years with all the workups and all that to get, and I got that transplanted on May 19th of 2022, and today I celebrate 2 years of that. I'm believing that this kidney is going to last the 20 years like the last one did. I apologize if you hear the wind, but yeah, it was a rough ride. I started, it was just a regular visit. I was sick, regular hospital visit. I'm used to those. I do those quite often, and the doctor came in and said we needed to start dialysis immediately, that the kidney rejected, and it totally freaked me out. I actually told the doctor to leave the room. I was angry, and I had to soak in what had happened. An hour later, I was in a surgical suite getting a perm cath, or a catheter, stuck in my chest so they could start dialysis that evening. So yeah, that wasn't fun. So I did dialysis. Eventually they did put one of those, they put a graft in my arm. I'm not quite sure if you can see the little bend in my arm here, the little deal in my arm, but they put that in, and I had 2 needles poked into my arm for 3 times a week, and I sat on a dialysis machine for 3.5 hours, 3 days a week for 2 years. My weight went from 130 pounds down to 71 pounds. I'm firmly convinced if I didn't get the kidney when I did, I wouldn't have lived another, I wouldn't say a month. But I'll insert some pictures of what I was like before, and then, you know, some pictures of when I was on dialysis and what I looked like after. I was walking with a cane and all that, and I got a kidney transplant through what's called a paired exchange, which means I had a family member who was my brother that wanted to donate, but something came up and we weren't quite compatible. So they found 8 other families who had family members that wanted to donate but weren't compatible, and they found a compatible partner for each of those. So we flip-flopped. 8 families that didn't know each other from Adam before that happened flip-flopped. Sorry, my alarms on my phone are going off. And so my brother donated to somebody, a young somebody, I'll just say, a 4-year-old, and I was donated by somebody in San Antonio whose sister needed a kidney that he couldn't get, so somebody else gave her a kidney, and he gave me a kidney, and my brother gave somebody else a kidney. So it was just a big flip-flop puzzle that they put together, and I'm quite grateful for that. I'd never heard anything of that. But dialysis is just torture. I would get on at about 5 o'clock every morning. I would get off just around 10 in the morning and be completely wiped out. I mean, there were some times that I had to be carried out of the dialysis unit because I had no strength to walk out, because that dialysis just tears it up. Toward the end, I was walking with a cane. I was on a highly restricted fluid. I could barely drink any fluid. I was on a highly restrictive diet and food in general. My calories were just, I was so tired I couldn't eat. I was skin and bones. Like I said, my muscles were basically deteriorated. I had to walk with a cane. When I left the house, I would walk with the cane, but I normally never even left my bed. I would be in bed all day long, and eating when I could, and when I was eating, I was just nitpicking. But I'm just happy that I'm here. Most people don't get a first or second kidney, much less a third. Third, I thought, was unheard of, and I'm extremely blessed to have a third. I take a lot of medications, immunosuppressants. I'm highly susceptible to anything going around, any viruses, any illnesses, anything like that. I'm highly susceptible, so I do wear a mask when I go to highly populated areas such as stores and stuff like that, when I go to church and all that. You'll see when I do these vlogs, I don't have a mask on because there's really nobody around, and when I'm around the house and stuff like that, I'm still living with some people, and since I'm around them all the time, I don't really wear a mask around them either. But so far so good. I've had, I think, one virus in the whole 2 years of this, and I've been healthy ever since, living day by day, feeling good, not taking food or fluid or anything like that for granted. It's crazy being on such a restricted fluid diet and then not being on that. I would have thought that I would have just started chugging water, but that wasn't the case. My body was so used to drinking so little that I had trouble building back up with my fluid, and even my food. My solid food diet took a while to build back up. But anyway, I just wanted to throw this out there into YouTube land, that today is 2 years of my third kidney transplant. Want to give a shout out to my donor Gilbert, if he is watching this, which I'm sure he is. He's subscribed to my channel. Without Gilbert and without my brother, I wouldn't be here today. I mean, there's just no way around it. I would not be here today if it wasn't for them two and the surgeons that performed the surgery and gave this to me. But that's going to be all for today. Like I said, I tried to have a full vlog set out, but I guess my GoPro had other plans. Like I said, I'm thinking it was the heat, so I'm going to go out early tomorrow morning and redo it. Hopefully it's not going to be quite as hot, but to me it was some really interesting things. I was excited to get it up today, but I'm excited to get it up tomorrow. So if you would subscribe to my channel, should be a little subscribe button down below. Like this video and comment on this video. Also, I was going to say that I did switch from an iPhone to Android. I was uploading vlogs on iPhone through iMovie, but I can no longer use iMovie because I'm with Android. So I was going to ask all of you out there that are savvy to this kind of thing, which editing software, hopefully not costing an arm and a leg, would you recommend that would work also with GoPro and Android? I've got a few that I'm looking at. I've got one right now that I'm playing around with that I'm going to probably upload these next 2 vlogs with, just to see how they go, but they're a bit pricey. Well, not too bad, but they're, you know, for somebody who is just starting out and doesn't know what they're doing. It's kind of overwhelming with everything that it has on it, along with the price on that. But I guess that's going to do it in today's vlog. Like I said, subscribe. It sure helps me out. I've got a first landmark that I'm shooting for now, which is 500 subscribers. If my ultimate for now, well, my first big goal is going to be 1,000. I get a lot more features on the YouTube platform opened up once I hit 1,000 subscribers. That's my goal right now. I'm shooting for 100, then I'm going to go 500, and then my goal is going to be 1,000. I think I'm sitting at 42, so I've got a ways to go. But again, I just started this about a month and a half ago, and I'm not moving very quick. I've not put a vlog out in ages, but I'm going to try to pick that back up. Fun time to pick that back up, living in the South in the summer. But I'm in the search of some places around the area that I'm gonna vlog and show you guys, that I find pretty interesting. And then once time goes and my channel grows and I can afford to get further out and about, I'm gonna travel all over the United States is my goal, filming roadside attractions and stuff like that. But again, I thank you if you've already subscribed, and I thank you to those who will be new subscribers after they see this vlog. You know who you are. There better be quite a few of you. That's all for today. God bless. Peace out.